der Nachmittagssession an und wir haben Besuch aus Irland. 2003 war er erst der dritte Ire, der bei einem PDC-Turnier einen 9-Darter warf. Und 2006, und den Rekord hat er lange Zeit gehalten, spielte er mal ein Finale, bei dem er einen Average von 129,7 hinlegte. Das war damals eine Partie gegen Chris Mason. Zuletzt fehlten die Erfolge. Er ist aktuell die Nummer 106 der Welt. Wir freuen uns auf The Magnet, McGowan. McGowan nimmt es mit der Nummer 2 der Belgier auf. Er ist die Nummer 2 hinter seinem jüngeren Bruder Kim. 2013 war ein besonderes Jahr für ihn. Da schaffte er zusammen mit Bruder Kim nicht nur das Finale beim World Cup of Darts. 2013 kam er auch ins Halbfinale der European Darts Championship. Schlug Taylor, schlug Thornton und spielte somit das Turnier seines Lebens. Begrüßen wir ihn aus Antwerpen, The Rebel, R.Huybrechts.
Just a couple more games for you from this afternoon session at the HappyBet European Darts Grand Prix from the Glaspalast in Sindelfingen. And it sees the Magnet, McGowan, unbelievably making a European Tour debut. I have to say, when I saw his name on the list, I thought, McGowan's played on the Euro Tour before, but not so. As the man from Dublin takes on the rebel R.Huybrechts, a man perhaps least likely in PDC darts to have the nickname the Rebel, but there you go, he's got it, he's stuck with it. Dan Dawson in the commentary box for this one, Paul Nicholson alongside me. I know you were taken aback here and McGowan hadn't played Euro Tour before.
Astonishing, that's the only word for it. I mean, with the experience of the man, it just goes to show when he's taken his hiatus from the sport. It just happened to be just before the European Tour started, and now he's back, playing well, and he's playing against a Belgian who we know is playing well because he keeps qualifying for these events lately.
Yes, and he did have a run to the quarterfinals of a Players' Championship in Barnsley back in July. He obviously was part of the World Cup of Darts team for Belgium that made the semi-finals. They've been the highlights this year. It's not been a period of sustained success for Ronnie.
To throw first. Game on.
But there has been a slight upturn in Ronnie's form over the last few months. Can he produce here in Sindelfingen on the European Tour? Not qualified for the final one of the year in Hildesheim, so this is his last shot.
124.
He's definitely a rebel with a cause. Will he be able to demagnetize the Irishman? And it's good to
60.
see Mick back, because Mick's one of the nice guys. And he's part of somewhat the older guard. I hasten to say the old guard because Mick's still, you know, young in years, in my opinion. Still got a lot to give the game, and the fact that he is the current Tom Kirby Memorial champion, and he's got an opportunity to actually defend that in the near future, that just goes to show that he is probably
60.
the figurehead of Irish darts at the moment.
Yeah, he will be competing in the final of the Tom Kirby Memorial at the Grand Prix. Don't have far to travel for me. Be the City West in Dublin.
40.
Saturday, October the 8th, as Ronnie just has one that precariously gets close to the board, but not close enough to score any points.
80.
Well, that's one each for both players. One dangling in, not counting, and one bounces out, unfortunately, and not counting. So that's that equalised.
No, you don't want a dangler. You don't want a dangler, I can assure you of that.
Well, whoever wins this match has got one tough customer.
97.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Yeah, he's playing all right at the minute, isn't he? Suljevic?
He's, from what I've seen, he's pretty steady.
177.
Well, that is a great effort from McGowan to apply pressure on this, and Huybrechts needs 2 trebles for a go at the double, and he's got one of them.
Well, we know he likes double 16.
Oh.
Well, is he going to love it? Oh, yes, he is. 3 sensational darts to follow the 3 absolute whiz-bangers from McGowan.
Game on.
Well played, fellas. 1-0 Huybrechts.
Superb stuff.
Well, McGowan in qualifying.
140.
Justin Bradshaw was his first victim. He went to James Hyder after that and whitewashed James 6-0. And then was in a somewhat different battle with Josh Payne afterwards, which was 6-5.
60.
So not exactly the easy route to get through, but obviously Josh played pretty well last week in Mulheim, but he's not here. Mick is.
82.
Yeah, by whatever criteria you base it on, Josh Payne is an exciting young player, and beating him at the minute is no easy task. So Mick McGowan, already a successful campaign for him just to
99.
get here, but can he go further? Mensur Suljovic, as you say, awaits the winner of this one, and having claimed his first PDC title, let alone European Tour title at the start of this month,
99.
then made it to the final last weekend. He's a player you don't really want to be running into, especially not early in tournaments. The way things are going, you have to run into him at some point. Now then, running.
138.
Now that's a pretty decent way to get back in the leg. However, McGowan still has the darts. And he's going to leave a double as long as he didn't hit that segment again.
140.
Perfectly done by the Irishman. Great riposte. That previous visit from the Belgian, who beat Christian Kallinger in qualifying last night. And somewhat incredible performance against Daniel Jensen of Denmark.
Yeah, we saw him at the World
100.
Cup, and he looked a handy,
40.
handy young player, didn't he, Daniel Jensen?
Yeah.
Beat him 6-0
Big
though,
shot
and
in
Mick
the second
McGowan
leg.
takes
Mick
out a 13 darter to level the match up.
Ronnie
And
to throw
good
first.
start to this
Game
one. 1-4-3 check out in the opening leg for R.Huybrechts. Whilst under pressure, McGowan responds with the 13 darter. Already seen wins today for Darren Webster. Very accomplished display
97.
against Robert Allenstein. He didn't do that much wrong, but was only given 2 darts at the bullseye to win legs.
Well, but that's what you're getting in an entire match. Your opponent is doing something right.
133.
And Darren Webster will go to sleep tonight thinking, yeah, that's a good day at the office.
Certainly was. Alan Tabern, first win on the Euro Tour for 4 years, seeing off the debutant Scott Taylor. Joe Mernon was very impressive as well as he beat Dragutin Horvat.
99.
I've
Mark
seen
Frost.
something in the last few weeks though, Dan. A lot of the older guard are starting to come back into it as if to say, these kids getting all this money, I'm not having that.
Oh, there we go. First maximum of this encounter. Well, he has already hit a 177, Mick McGowan.
Sorry, I rudely interrupted you.
No. I think we're getting to a crucial point here. Oh, Ronnie needed to find a couple of treble 20s with his last 2 darts, and in the end, he's had one
38.
fall out the board. So Mick McGowan has got some time to play with here, and he's not wasting any.
Mick McGowan is one of those players who plays with
85.
what I like to call old faithfuls. A bit like Van Gerwen. Not the kind of player that changes darts all the time. He's had this set for many years.
So it's not even just the same design, it's the exact same
32.
dart.
Absolutely.
103.
Treble 17. He's got time to play with, and he will know that. Be very
51.
aware of where Ronnie is. Hence, no panic in that throw. Now with 52, he's got options when he comes back.
Yeah, well, the 1-4-3 from R.Huybrechts in the opening leg was quite superb. He hasn't done a great deal since then, it's fair to say, but he could apply a bit of pressure if he finds another treble. Okay, well, comes down for the
105.
ball, and that's
If you require 52.
sensible. Leaves him 130. McGowan will look at double top. And now for double 10. And the Irishman
Big
goes
shot
into the
in
lead.
third leg. Mick McGowan.
Yeah, he doesn't mess around and doesn't give Ronnie
Fourth
Huybrechts
leg, Mick
that
to
shot at the
throw
130,
first.
which is very, very
Game
makeable,
on.
especially when he took that 143 out. 130 will look very, very easy compared to that. But if you speak to players from the last few years, maybe the last 2 or 3, they'll say, yeah, Mick McGowan, good player.
134.
You speak to players from 10 years ago, they'll say, Mick McGowan, how good was he back 11, 12 years ago? Oh my God, he was absolutely delightful when he was on form. He was up there with Osborne and
100.
Mark Walsh. These guys were really flying on the floor. Constantly made majors, Grand Prix, match players, world championships. He was one of the unfortunate
140.
victims of Kirk Shepherd in that infamous 2008 World Championship where Kirk made the final against John Parr.
Well, all kinds of victims. Now, Ronnie, I wouldn't hang about.
139.
Either very confident in his points there, Ronnie, or just is not going to run for anyone.
He's like Uri Geller. You will stay in the 60. And here's a bent spoon.
Well, despite that, he's still got ground to make up here on Mick McGowan, who's left 1-2-7 after 9, and that is a very handy way, after just breaking the throw, to try and consolidate. Huybrechts gets down to the biggest finish of the lot, but McGowan, treble 19 for ball.
Oh, he's gone the Phil Taylor gamble route, as if to say, I don't think you can hit this. Ronnie won't like that. He'll be loving this, saying, right, give me a chance. I've still got a chance. You're going to regret that, Sonny Jim, because I'm going to hit the bullseye.
A Royce Mole from... Oh, McGowan at the back of the stage. He thought it was going to happen.
You're not going to do that again, Mick.
36.
Well, he's got to take it out now. He's laid up, and that's no help. Oh, well. It didn't really matter. You wonder maybe even just the fact that Ronnie Huybrechts got close to that 170. That may have just had a bit of surge of adrenaline for Mick McGowan there, as Huybrechts looks at double 8 and gets it. It's a 14 darter.
Ronnie Huybrechts.
I think there's a bit of a momentum shift there. I think he goes for that. He shows, you know what, I think you might take that out. Show a little bit of faith in Ronnie Huybrechts' ability, but I think that's wrong. In my own opinion, you may think I'm a little bit out there, but I'm always the advocate that if my opponent has a shot, he could potentially hit it. I'm going to go for what I've got. I've never been an advocate for the whole laying up situation when my opponent's on a shot.
You don't mind the fun and games of the mental side, the mental war of darts. Do you not like that sort of, I don't think you can hit this. Yeah, go on, mate. I don't think you can.
I like to watch it. I think it's really interesting to see how different opponents approach it. But I'll tell you what I do like, Dan. I love it when people do it to me because it gives me another chance.
140.
It's funny when it's not me. Look at that, though. 15-13, 15-14. These proper darts we're seeing here with these two, and there's some proper darts from Mick McGowan.
I had a funny feeling about this game. Two guys who are in sneaky good form. Interesting for me is that Mick McGowan probably knows that Ronnie's playing decent because he's qualified for a few events recently on the European Tour, and he's had a bit of stage experience over the last couple of months. Will Ronnie Huybrechts know how well Mick is playing? I very much doubt it.
For two guys who've been around for quite some time, I was surprised that I couldn't find any record of previous meetings in. I mean, they probably have run into each other in, unranked events or whatever, but they'll be aware of each other, obviously. Established names in darts.
60.
But
$136.
different kettle of fish. When you're playing against a guy on a big stage for the first time. Although neither of these guys are ones to have any particular
58.
tactics that might put you off, apart from maybe letting you have a go at the 170.
What's intriguing for me is the fact that it's a big stage game, but with a very pro tour library type atmosphere. Very respectful from all the people that are here. It will be so different tonight and over the weekend, and those guys really want to play this weekend.
Yeah, they certainly do. 20 for double top for McGowan.
58.
Misses, but Huybrechts looking at the 140.
140.
Saw Darren Webster come close to taking this out. 60 tops.
He's already had a crack at a finish with 2 60s. 40 is the leave. Got to go high. Perfect
100.
shot.
Make you require 20.
This is valuable.
Well, for a third consecutive breaker throw in this game, double 5. Oh, great dart. Got to say, he attacked it.
Yeah, double 5 is tricky when you've got 2 darts in your hands.
Game on.
A lot of people would say get the first one high and gauge where it is. No messing around for the Irishman. He couldn't be anything but Irish with that shirt on, though, could he?
Oh, well, that is maximum number 3 for Mick McGowan.
I think there's only one country that could clash with them when it comes to maybe the World Cup of Darts. That's the Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
Maybe India. Same colours in the flag.
Yeah. I think you would be sorely mistaken if you mistook Mick McGowan from hailing from the Ivory Coast.
134.
Well, if he's from the Ivory Coast and he had some talent, he'd probably be playing for Arsenal.
Well. But he's playing some serious darts here, Mick McGowan. The
96.
averages at the moment right around that 100 mark from Mick McGowan. It's pretty much 10 clear. There you go, 103 almost.
Now we're getting a window into how well Mick McGowan's playing at the moment. And I did have that feeling that when you make that Tom Kirby final, you are going through some serious talent. And he's obviously brought that confidence over here.
Well, as you say, he could retain that title. He's going to be
87.
playing in Dublin against Radek Zaganski.
I'm glad you said that.
I've been practicing it.
Now we're getting good with the Polish names now, like
39.
Krzysztof Ciuk and Krzysztof Ratajski.
It's a global game. And we've just seen the first Hungarian play on the European Tour, Janos, how are we saying his name?
Vegsha.
That's how we're saying. We've had it corrected.
Uruguay
Who knocked out
48.
Barney in the qualifiers for the last Euro Tour. Seems like he can play, but Mick McGowan is playing some serious stuff here. Double 16 for a 4-2 lead. Oh, he's gone next door.
30.
It's a little bit unfortunate. Might have just clicked the flight and
116.
dragged it into that double 7.
I don't think he moved across the hockey to give himself more room as well. He went for the bottom corner. Couldn't see much of it. But now, this game could twist again with a double top. He only just hit that. He does like to compose himself, a la Kevin Painter.
Now
Will it be
Ronnie.
3-3 or will it be 4-2?
96.
Big chance goes
Uruguay
begging for Ronnie
80.
Huybrechts for a break back. McGowan for a bit of daylight here. First time we've had more than a leg between them, but he's only going to get one more dart. Double 4. Gets it! And look at that from Mick McGowan. He knows how important that little passage of play was.
It was huge.
Game on.
Because 3-3, we go back to where we were. That situation where it turned and it made it 2-2. But now, after that situation with letting him have a go at the 170,
60.
Mick McGowan has actually put his foot on the pedal and said, right, this is my game.
I
140.
think that's perhaps a difference. You know, we've seen Scott Taylor make his Euro Tour debut this afternoon, and Scott Taylor may well have a long and fruitful career in professional darts, but there's a difference between making your debut in a big European Tour stage, even if it isn't, you know, the crowds will see later tonight and this weekend, and somebody like Mick McGowan making his Euro Tour debut. I mean, the man's played
55.
darts for so many years now. He's been at the World Grand Prix 3 times. He's played World Cup of Darts and made the last 16 3 times. He's been to the World Championship and made the second round a couple of times. So he knows not only what it's like on the big stage, but how to win games on the big stage. So it's not as if this is a completely novel experience for Mick McGowan. He can just go up there and call upon all his years of experience to play darts like this. And admittedly, he's left himself a bogey number, but it's not the end of the world.
You're right, though, Dan. There are going to be some players who are not playing at their best at the moment, or people who are taking a break, saying, I can come back.
134.
And I can do exactly what Mick McGowan's doing now. Colin Osborne. Maybe Colin Lloyd might change his mind about his retirement when he looks at this kind of performance as if to say, you know what, maybe just having a little bit of time out, pick some
84.
stuff in life, enjoy life for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden, those little tingles come back in the stomach as if to say, I can do that.
You know, Peter Wright walked away from the game a long while ago, came back and look what he did.
131.
Gonna say it, Scott Rand.
82.
Oh,
What a dart that is.
Next door for double 8 for 5-2. Oh, that really would have
74.
given him a stranglehold on this game,
Ronnie
Mick McGowan.
Uruguay,
Ronnie
40.
Huybrechts, double top. This has got to go, you feel.
The bullseye is only good if you hit the double. And this is a double for Ronnie. That's all right. You can get one closer. That's close enough.
Ronnie Huybrechts.
And now it's
Even
4-3.
Mick to throw first.
Very intriguing
Game on.
contest, this.
Well, 2 darts there for Mick McGowan for a 5-2 lead. Could that prove to be a pivotal point in this match?
47.
Just 47 as well.
Here's a question for you, Dan. Out of all the players that are taking a hiatus, or who are not playing their best, who do you want to see back?
Paul Nicholson.
Present company accepted.
Okay. Oh, well, I've already said his name once.
97.
I think Scott Rand is a marvellous entertainer on the hockey. There were whispers, there are rumours that he may come back, but
That darting grapevine.
190.
that is 4 maximums for Mick McGowan in this match.
Here's one for you. What about Vic Hubbard?
Vic Hubbard, well, he's here this weekend.
He's here with his son James. He's going to be playing next against Max Hopp,
59.
which should be a very intriguing contest. But Vic Hubbard, in his day, was a serious dart player.
Well, I'd quite like it if just the ones who said they were going to turn up to events
100.
actually all did turn up to events, because Aaron Monk's failed to this weekend, Chizzy's failed to, Wade missed one, Van Gerwen missed one. This month they've been dropping like flies.
Well, I don't think Aaron Monk actually realises yet the amount
99.
of stick he is going to get for this, honestly.
The great response this from Mick McGowan. I tell you what, miss a couple of darts for a 5-2 lead to put yourself on the brink, but he's left double top after 12. And Ronnie is just scrabbling around trying to stick with McGowan. McGowan averaging around about 96, 97 at the moment. It's not as high as it was earlier on, but it's good enough. 13 darter, 5-3.
Tell you what, Mensa
I think
Suljovic,
Ronnie to throw first.
if Mick McGowan picks
Game
up a
on.
victory here, you have got a game on, because Mick McGowan is here to play. And he's playing a very Mensa type game between 110 and 115 first 9 average. And that 95 to 100, exactly what Mensa does
59.
all the time. But game isn't over yet. We've seen a lot of comebacks in the last few weeks. R.Huybrechts is definitely capable of that. But
Yeah,
Mick
and he only
McGowan
needs one break.
He does.
130.
Although effectively, he's lost the darts in this one as well. So he's got to drag himself back in this leg and break in the next one and then hold. It is a big ask for R.Huybrechts, who's averaging pretty much 9.9, 10 points less than Mick McGowan. You can see there everything done in 5 or 6 visits to the board. And that's tidy, it's neat darts.
134.
That is really good stuff from Mick McGowan, utilising that switch down to treble 19 perfectly in this leg. 4 shots, 4 trebles.
In that first leg, when R.Huybrechts took
137.
out that 1-4-3, you thought, hang about, well, Ronnie has been playing some good stuff here. And
Well, maybe Ronnie set the tone for the game. As if to say, right,
100.
I'm going to do that. When Mick said, right, okay, if that's the way it's going to be, then I'm going to kick it up a notch.
well, he set the bar, and so far, Mick McGowan has been more than able to meet it. Ronnie will stay down there on the 19s, I think.
134 would leave 112.
86.
And that's valuable, you know. But
133.
it's a decent miss in the end, because it leaves a finish.
Yeah, I mean, if he'd hit the single 3, he would have had problems, but he's hit the treble,
57.
and that means that he does get a go at this. Treble 20, treble 20 tops. So he went treble 20, and missed the ball for the 170. He's not going to get a dart, and Mick McGowan should get at least 1 dart for the match for a 6-3 win against
45.
R.Huybrechts. McGowan on his Euro
76.
Tour debut, unbelievable as it may seem. Well, he has played superbly so far, and it's going to be 1 dart at tops for 6-3. And that is all he
shot.
needs, 15
And the
darter.
match, Mick McGowan.
Superb stuff from Mick McGowan. He books his place in the second round to take on Mensa Suljovic. And the gentle may have his hands full with the magnet, because he is playing some excellent so far this weekend. We've only got the 1 game left for you in this afternoon session at the Happy Bet European Darts Grand Prix. And it's going to see, well, one lad who's got the world at his feet, it would seem. Certainly the shining light of German darts, Max Hopp, against James Hubbard, who we said pretty much the same thing about a couple of years ago, but he seems to be making his way back.
Die beiden stehen in engerem freundschaftlichen Kontakt. Congratulations, Mick. Long time no see. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's been a while, all right. It's a long time between drinks. But it's good to be back and enjoying today.
So what can we expect? Where are you right now?
I'm playing out okay. I'm enjoying my darts. Doubles were absolute rubbish today, but apart from that, yeah, I'm in good form. I'm okay. So you never know.
Okay, Mensa Suljovic, the next one. He's playing really well the last couple of weeks.
Mensa's quality at the moment. He's probably one of the best 2 or 3 players in the world at the moment. So I know I'm going to work it out tomorrow, but tomorrow's another day. Who knows?
Okay, thank you very much. See you tomorrow again. Mick McGowan, the Magnet. Der ist also froh, hier nach längerer Zeit ein Match auf der European Tour gewonnen zu haben. Und er sagte, ja, das war schon in Ordnung, er spielt gut. Er hatte heute so ein paar Probleme mit den Doppeln, deshalb war es dann auch vom Average her nicht ganz so stark. Und er weiß, Mensur ist in Topform, der ist, wie ihr